Hey crew, welcome back to the EIS kitchen with another episode of Catch, Clean, and Cook. Although a little different because today we're going to be doing some cooked salmonberry jam. So forage, clean, and cook kind of. Little spin off. But anyways, let's show you some prep. So what you're going to need in terms of cooking instruments and vessels and whatnot. You're going to need a big pot, big enough to hold your jars, to boil them, and to can your jam. A saucepan to cook your jam in, and a mill here. I guess this is maybe optional, but anyways, this will mill it to kind of crush it and to remove seeds if you want. A saucepan to boil your lids in. Doesn't need to be big. And you're going to need some kind of jar. These are half pints. You can also use quarter pints, and you could probably go up to full pints, but I probably wouldn't go bigger than that. Yeah, you'll need enough jars. I'm not exactly sure how many. I've got 8 in there, but yeah. You'll need rings. You'll need enough rings. You'll need enough lids, just the small ones. You'll need a jar clamper to be able to grab your jars. You'll need a ladle. You'll want a jar funnel and something to stir with. And now for the actual food part of it, the jam part of it, you'll need salmon berries. This is, we're just using the Sure Jell recipe here. No affiliation, but it's worked well. We've tried it before. And they used to have a little pamphlet in here, but it's just on the internet now, so. Anyways, you'll need 5 cups of the fruit, 5 cups of your salmon berries, and you'll need 4 cups total of sugar. This is 3 3/4 cups in here, and it says to set aside a 1/4 cup of your sugar to mix with your Sure Jell powder. And it'll like kind of get the gel started. But yeah, that's about it. So first things first, you'll probably want to get your water boiling for your jars here. I've got 8 half-pint jars in here. The water is about 1 inch over the top of them. And you'll need to have those boiling for 10 minutes to sterilize them. And to warm up the jars so they don't get heat shocked when you put so they don't get thermal shocked when you put your jam in them. So you'll want to get that started first because that's a lot of water to get boiling. It'll take a while. And you'll want your jar lids in some water that's like boiling, just enough to cover them a decent amount. And yeah, let's get started. Alright, so I've got the Sure Jell recipe right here. That's probably way too small for you to see, but we'll put the link down below in the description. So what we're gonna do here first is we're gonna cut open our bags here and get milling on these salmon berries. So kind of crush them and to strain out some of the seeds if we want. Ooh, probably make a little bit of a mess right there. Let's toss that in the sink. Alright, we got our bag. These have just been in the freezer for a couple of months. We harvested these in the summer. We should have measured them out, but we didn't, so I'll just measure them out now when I'm done milling them. There we go. There's all our pulp. Let's see if I can get this all in here without spilling. Alrighty. And And so, yeah, we've just got our jars boiling in there. You can use like a propane stove, one of those outdoor ones if you want. We currently don't have that right now, and that's why I'm only doing a single layer of jars. But anyways, let's get started on milling these salmon berries. Get you all set up here. Let's see here. I'll try to do some left-handed milling. A little bit awkward, but anyways. You know, I better move this over. There we go. So we got our berries here, and we're just gonna mill them, crush them up. So you spin it both ways. It's kind of loud. Apologies. Spin it this way a couple times. Spin it around the other way to clean up the mesh. And just keep spinning. And I'm just going to do this for both bags, and then I'm going to pour out the stuff in it into a measuring cup over here. And I'm going to make sure I have 5 cups total. We finished milling this bag. There's actually a couple of blueberries in there somehow, if you're wondering what these little black pieces are. Don't know how those got in there, but anyways, now we're gonna put the pulp back into the pan, because you need the pulp to make it jam. If you just want to do it with the juice, you'd be making jelly and you need a different recipe. But we're doing jam today, so we'll be putting the pulp back in. There we go, that's our first bag. And now we're gonna do our next bag. Oh, and while I'm here, I forgot to mention earlier, but when you're boiling your jars, you'll need like a separator or a spacer, a rack. You'll want to put this on the bottom to keep your cans separated from the bottom of your canner, your pot, because you don't want to be directly contacting the metal, because then they'll get too hot and they can break. So you'll need a rack, and you'll need another rack if you double deck your canner. If you put 2 layers, you want to separate them with a rack. But anyways, continuing on with the milling. All right, now we'll add our Sure Jell mixture.
Oh.
Thank you, Mom, for the assist.
Yes.
So let me look at my instructions for a minute. They say, combine 1/4 cup sugar from measured amount and 1 package Sure Jell for less or no sugar. Mix them together in a small bowl. Alrighty, so that's what we'll do. Got our small bowl here. Got our Sure Jell mixture. This is just pectin. It's like a very whitish, like almost with a tiny red tint powder. I'm just gonna add that in there. And now we'll mix it up. Yeah, it was fine. It was like kind of like Jello powder almost.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, got that all mixed up. And now the instructions say, stir into your fruit. Alrighty, that's what we'll do. We got our wooden spoon here, so that we don't have to use our cute little regular spoon. Alright. Just put it in, mix it in. Mix it in. Oh, I didn't even measure my fruit out. Oops.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Just measure it now, because the powder probably didn't.
Right?
Yeah, let's measure it now, because that's all you added was just the powder. Right? Was that the sugar, too?
I don't know. Alright, so pretty big mishap. I forgot to measure the fruit before I poured the pectin mixture in. So Mom helped me with a little emergency measuring. It was about 7 cups of fruit and juice here. So just 7 cups of fruit. So I quickly whipped up another half batch of Sure Jell and got another 2.5 cups of sugar or so. Or a cup and a half or so. But anyways, with that little mishap out of the way, now we're just gonna heat this up to boiling and make sure we're stirring it every now and then.
You got it, T.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work out, then we can use it for syrup, but I think that you're going to be just fine, because if anything, it'll be thick, right?
Yeah. I hope so. But anyways, ideally you'd measure it out when you're putting the berries in the bags and you're freezing them. But we didn't do that, so now we'll know for next year.
Yep, we got in a hurry. We just wanted to get them frozen. And yeah, this'll be just fine.
Yeah. So let me check my instructions closely again this time. Yeah, you want to bring your mixture here to a boil first. Make sure you're stirring it like constantly, it says, or when it starts boiling. And then once it reaches boiling, you can add the rest of your sugar, mix it in. Alrighty, so we've reached a boil here, or close enough anyways. So we're gonna add in the sugar. We're gonna mix the sugar in. Kinda awkward spot, huh?
It is.
Yeah, we're just gonna mix it in. Try to keep it swirling so it doesn't clump. And the instructions say to stir this until it reaches a boil again. And then it says to let it boil for 1 minute and then turn it off and remove it from the heat. Oh, yep, it did clump up a little bit. I didn't stir it good enough.
Oh no, I should have been helping you.
This might be more of a 2-person job, huh?
Yeah.
I think it'll be okay. I think I just gotta mix it good.
Yeah. Want me to stir?
Nah.
You good?
I'm good.
What do you mean it clumped up?
It was just like a clump of sugar that didn't like break apart.
Oh. How does it feel now?
It's getting thicker.
What was that timer for? Do you need to turn your jars off?
Oh, yeah, I guess I could. So my jars have been boiling for 10 minutes, and I also got my lids softened up, so everything's ready. Just letting this reach a boil again and then let it go for a minute.
What'd you say for a minute? You let it sit for a minute?
No.
You get it to a boil and then what?
Let it boil for a minute. Get it to a boil again after you mix the sugar in. It says to stir constantly.
Here, I will help you if you want. Is your arm tired?
Yeah.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Hopefully it doesn't fail to set.
It doesn't matter what happens, it'll get used.
Yeah. So once you get it to a boil and it boils for a minute, and then you let it set, it says to put them in the jars like immediately. So we'll grab our ladle and we'll do that when it's time. All right, so we're back. This was boiling for a minute and I turned it off. And so now we can grab out our jars out of there and we can start filling them. So
Be careful.
yeah, I'll just put that in there for now. But we got our jar lifter here. We're just gonna grab them out one by one. Make sure we got a tight grip here. Pour them out. All right, doesn't have to be perfectly dry. Be careful when you're lifting these out, because of course they're hot, but also try not to bang them against each other, because we don't want anything to break. All right, so we got our jars out. They'll just evaporate dry, so that'll work out fine. We got our funnel here. And now we'll ladle this up. Just stir it up a little bit, I guess. Make sure you get a little bit of everything with your ladle. And you'll probably drip, so make sure you don't have anything nice that you don't want to get dripped on. And you'll want to do this quickly because right now the jars are hot. If you wait to do it, then you don't want your jars to cool down. It'll get thick in here and then your jars will cool off too, and you don't want them to shatter.
Okay, watch your level.
Yep, so you pour it in and you go until there's about a 1/4 inch of headspace left. Getting pretty close. We'll just call that good for now. That's more like 1 inch, but I guess I can put a tiny bit more. But yeah, you want to leave some room for expansion in your thing. That's probably good. We'll just call that good for now. And move on to the next jar.
You're good at the stuff tea.
Not really, with that big mistake earlier,
But you're not scared to try.
just be more prepared next time.
Mom is always scared that I'm going to ruin something, but that's how you learn,
Yeah.
you know, by doing it.
Yep.
Any extra you can just throw in a container and throw it in your fridge. It's just not going to be sealed. And we use it so quick that, you know, we can just have it in the fridge. Right?
Yeah. At the very least, I can show the people what not to do. This is how you don't make salmonberry jam.
It's okay, T. It'll be just fine.
Yeah. It won't go to waste.
Nope.
If we gotta find some sort of dessert to put it in, that's what we'll do. What are you doing? Hey, don't run off, cameraman.
What?
I need you. All right, so we got our jars filled up here with a 1/4 inch of clearance. Now we're gonna wanna wipe off the rims and make sure they're all clean so that we can get a really good seal. Got a little paper towel here with just a little bit of vinegar on it. And we're gonna make sure these rims are all nice and clean so we can get a good seal. Mom's over there pouring the rest of that jam because we had excess and there was no prepared jars to put them in, so we'll just put them in the fridge and use them for something when they cool. We'll just use them. We got our pan of heated up lids. These were heated in hot water. So, oh, and before you even start, I should have said this at the beginning, but you'll want to make sure there's no chips on your jars on the rims, and you'll want to make sure your lids, the gasket on it is good to go. But anyways, you want to heat these up, your lids up, so that the rubber gasket gets soft and it can like suck down good. Make a good seal. If you're really fancy, you might have one of those magnetic or rubber suction cup things to grab your jar lids out of your water. But we don't, so just a good old spoon. Just be careful not to nick the rubber. We got our lids, and now we're gonna grab our rings here. And we're just gonna finger tighten them on. You don't want to over tighten them because that can make the seal fail. And be careful not to cross thread them like I just about did. Whoa. That gave me a fright. I'm popping already. All right, with the rings on, we're gonna put these back. We're just gonna put them back into our hot water over there. The cans are still, or the jars should still be plenty hot, so they won't shatter or anything. Or they shouldn't, hopefully. But since we already heated up that water, we might as well use it, right? And we don't have to have these at a specific pressure or anything because we're not pressure canning. So back in these go. Yeah.
Carefully.
Just put it in gently so we don't jostle anything. We'll do the back ones first. A couple bubbles might leak out. That's fine. That's just from the ring, I think. A little bit of trapped air. Oh, I didn't space these out very good. I'll have to reposition, put them out further to the edge so that we get more room. All right, we've made enough room. And put our last jar in. And make sure they don't touch each other or the sides of the pan. And make sure you still have enough water in there. You want like 1 inch to 2 inches over the top of these. This looks to be about 1 inch, so we're good to go. Now we want to turn the heat back on and boil these for 10 minutes. It says gentle boil. Oops, wrong burner. Our jam jars have been boiling for 10 minutes, so now we can pull them out. All right, and now our instructions say, let them cool completely, and after they're cool, check the seals by pressing the center of the lid with your finger. And if it doesn't pop, then you're good to go. It's sealed. If it does pop, then it's not sealed and you'll have to put it in your refrigerator and use it for something. And let them stand at room temperature for 24 hours and then store unopened in a cool, dark place. Well, folks, there it is. Thanks for watching. Pretty happy with the result, I think. They're sealed down, but just gonna wait a while still, make sure they're fully cooled off, and check them then. And then store them, and yep. These ones need to go in the fridge because the jars weren't sanitized, they weren't boiled, and yeah. That's about it for this Catch, Clean, and Cook, Forage, Clean, and Cook. So, thanks for watching. Leave your comments, any suggestions, dislikes, likes. Check out our socials, EIS Alaska on Instagram, Facebook, etc. And yeah, that's about it. Cheers.